Hey, good people, what's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I just want to do this extra episode. Let me just warn you in the beginning, this is not a review. If you're looking for a list or a review or anything, fragrance related topic, maybe I'll talk about fragrance related topics, but I will not talk about reviews. Okay, so you can skip the video. These are my typical, like, speaking to you one on one, like that, right? Just a morning thoughts, a random topic. So I don't even have a topic on my mind. I'm just going to speak whatever comes to my mind. So I'll just let you know what I've been doing, what the weather is like. If you're interested, you can hear, because I know some of my friends who are followers also, supported me from day one when I had only about 50, 60 subscribers, like my brother Carlos Colom or some of the other brothers, a lot of brothers out there. I love you all. And my good friend Victor, my good friends, like Tamid Bhai, Shafi Bhai, these are my old friends. So the people who know me from day one in fragrance journey, maybe they can relate. Okay. So hopefully you're doing good. And I am wearing late night the fragrance that I just reviewed. Hope I don't drop it. I'm having some issues. Sometimes I get blurry and I get like completely zoned out, without any substance. Okay, but I'm wearing Boss Bottle Absolute. This is the fragrance that I just reviewed, and it's on my hand. It's projecting beautifully. I got sort of like a compliment yesterday, sort of somewhere between Mancera, Red Tobacco, sort of Carlisle, by a PDM, and then it's his own twist and stuff. So it's a very nice, strong performer fragrance and perfect for like winter days. So let's start with winter. Let's talk about weather update. My favorite. Every year, every year I wait, because I live in a country some of you do not understand. When I do reviews and I say my fragrance is giving me longevity of 1 hour, 2 hours, you laugh. You say your fragrance is fake, and you guys may be like not using it right, spraying less. You just have all sort of assumptions. But reality is, when you haven't lived in this part of the world, you do not know how extreme these weathers get. If you ever been to Africa, this kind of Asia weathers, the heat and humidity is just unbelievable. Sometimes we reach 54 degrees Celsius, and you do the conversion in your own, measurement, like how much is it in degrees Celsius, and what's the other one? Like your area, like how much your, what's the other one? I forgot. Anyway, so your country, you have heat. I understand, like Texas, some other place of the world, or Mexico. My good brothers, Alonso. These brothers tell me you also have very extreme high heat. But if you haven't lived in a country where it's high heat, doesn't rain for a while, and you live where you burn and you just sweat all day, fragrances are not built for those weathers. Fragrances are built for countries where it stays cool, pleasant, nice weather, where you're gonna have like random. You just sit outside your porch, outside your house, and just enjoying English breakfast tea and sipping on it and just like reading newspaper. Like your life is relaxed. That's where fragrances shine, right? And even let's say countries where it's like tropical, if you live by the Himalayas, I can only know a few things. I haven't been to all the places. I haven't traveled that much, actually, to be honest. But nice countries like Nepal stays cold. Some of my friends, my sisters, my fellow reviewers, they are from there. So Nepal is also beautiful in during the December, November time. Only thing we're scared of now, plane crashes, because there's a lot of them. But it's a very beautiful place. I'd love to be there. People are simple, and then it's a nice experience just to live there. You don't need AC, you don't need fan. So why? Cold weather is happiness. People, I notice one thing, people are always like ungrateful when they have cold weathers. The people from the British people, man, where is summer? We love to have some summer, we want to have sunbathing and stuff. Get down here, go to our the coastal areas and try to have sunbath, and you see how much you enjoy your suntan. You probably burn, and then you run back to your country. So I'm just giving you update, realistic. So this is where we always struggle. We just pray God, make September, October, November, like sort of like make it easy going, start cool breeze. September went, October went, November went, no trace of cold weathers. December, now it's what, 12th or 11th. Now we're seeing some cool breeze, but very mild. I can wear this kind of t-shirt, and then if I have a mask, that's enough. But I don't need to take out my hoodie just yet. So do not know when winter is going to start, and perhaps January, and then onwards it'll be foggy and really intense cold. Okay, so this is the time I love wearing fragrances, as I showed you just now. Okay, maybe just fragrance, heavy fragrances. It's so nice to wear this sweet, heavy tobacco, booze, not booze, boozy, oud, leather, incense, heavy fragrances, just perfect for winter. So winter is something we wait for, even though we get very sick, as you can hear. Not just me, everybody around me in the city are coughing, and they're taking, no matter whatever medication they take, I'm taking this one. This is supposed to be very good. Doesn't have any effect actually, because I'm still having this for more than a month. So when you smell fragrance, it disturbs. But no matter what, we still want winter. We're not gonna say we were better before. We do need summers back, and summers are better. No, summers are never better. Summers suck. Okay, summers are horrible. Even in Malaysia, like hot countries, Singapore, Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia, these countries, if you go, you will never see any cold weathers, and you maybe sometimes see torrential rain. That's nice, but no winter. So in a way, we're lucky. So what happens in winter? Everything starts changing. I sort of just put the lights today just for, winter vibe and my flag, because it's a month of victory. 16 December is a victory day in Bangladesh. So we're going through some unsettling times. We're having a lot of messy things happening around. Life is not easy. We changed the government and stuff, so now it's a little bit messy. Someone commented a few days back, I had to block him, but he's from, perhaps from India. I talk about fragrances, okay? And I'm not interested in politics, but I did get very emotional during our August time when there's this revolution happened recently. Now, I think in Syria, Bashar was moved, or ran away. So their people are free now. So after a long time, like when people get that sort of freedom, and then a lot of changes happen. Obviously, it's going to be good for certain people, going to be bad for certain people. But overall, it's supposed to be a good change, supposed to people, because people decided. And when you comment like, hey, why don't you talk about Hindus in Bangladesh or something, riots, there are a lot of medias in India that happens. So people rely on those media, and they want to believe. They don't fact check, because a lot of these medias are spreading false news. The huge number, 70 something percent, and Indian news media, they are saying that 75% of their information is like sort of false on Bangladesh. So I live here. You ask me if there's something in Bangladesh, you should ask me, because I live here. I move around. I will update you what's good, what's bad. Yes, we're having some traffic issue, a lot of traffic jam. Prices are soaring through. Currency is like really bad, and people are a little bit frustrated. Yeah, it's happening. A lot of crimes happening because now we don't have a like permanent government. No election happened yet, so we are still going through temporary government. And the phase, changing phase, is always like, not stable. It's sometimes people will have to go through this is normal after war or something in a country. The country goes through certain phase, so it's not really stable, but it will happen, I believe. Sorry about that. So if you ask me, talk about political issues and take a side and talk about it, man, I talk about fragrances. This is my love, this is my hobby, and I complain a lot about my country. I'm not gonna lie. Many of you know that I do hate noise. That's why I left the previous house. I really like that house, the setup, and now I'm having the pain to move, because people are making constant noise and stuff. Yeah, we do have issues in our nation, right? People are sometimes like acting like uneducated, uncultured, right? A lot of people are like that, and it causes, like mental pressure. So sometimes I just like to go somewhere where it's not the city. I like to sit by the river, the village, where there's no motor car, no smoke. Only thing you can hear is some boats passing by, some birds. Just I did a review a few days back with my brother Shafi Bhai, outdoors. I like places like that. I completely relax. I sit there, do nothing. Men. I think who was the comedian, like stand-up comedian, the anyway, good luck Chuck guy, that stand-up comedian. I love that guy. Anyway, so that guy, he said, sometimes men just like to sit and do nothing. Was it him or Russell Peters who said that? And it's true. It sounds funny, but men, we are simple. We can make friends with a random guy at, you can say in states bar, maybe in a sports venue, or maybe stuck in a jam, and just talk about to random people, like someone randomly. Hey bro, what's happening with this road? And he says it sucks. You share the same view, and suddenly the guy goes like, hey, let's go catch a cold one. And he goes like, okay, sure, I'll buy it, no problem. And that's how fast you become friends. So guys are simple. So for me, I am also simple in certain way. Obviously, we're complicated in many other. But in winter, going back to that, my love for fragrances, I can enjoy the best. I can wear CH Man Privé, and I'm just going around, and sometimes suddenly like someone stop you by say, brother, what are you wearing? It's a nice perfume. Could you give me the name? And this is what I work for. This is what I enjoy. This is what I do the journey for. It makes the whole thing fulfillment. Like I feel like, oh man, finally, people talking about my fragrance, people talking about perfumes out there, and they go out in shopping and buying fragrances, gifting. So when I see that, this is my area. I feel so proud, because my frag bros, they are enjoying the game, and Bangladesh now we have that culture. So now after 8 years of arriving here, the 8 years back, 2016, it was a bit different situation. People were shy, and not many shops, not much craze on perfumes. I used to go and do crazy things. People used to look at me like crazy on the street with my mohawk. I still have very weird hairstyle, by the way, and people stop me and say, why your side is missing? Because I decided to, I want to have long hair at the back. And it's people say it's a Bangladeshi mullet. That's what I am growing. I'm organic, and I always cut my own hair. So yeah, sometimes it's not even, but then I do okay. It's better than the Mr. T. So people used to look at me weird. Now they still look weird at me, but they are scared. Okay, so they don't ask me question because I look weird. But yeah, man, back in the days, it was totally different. I had very few friends, few community. 2016, 17, that time, not many shops. We used to go to shops. I used to do random shops. I used to do review from. I was so excited. I could not hold my excitement. I used to speak very fast. So that time, I'll tell you something changed from that to this. Now people are so many more people in the fragrance game, and they don't even know where this craze came from, but they're into it because of the TikTok, Instagram, and a lot of influencers. That's good, but change is sometimes some good happens, sometimes something bad happens. The bad thing is, unfortunately, the beauty of fragrances are disappearing. Yeah, I'm not talking about niche indie. Maybe they still hold their value, but the whole flanker game, the whole soulless, same old fragrance with a little bit of a twist as a new release and asking for $150. This is what's ruining the game. I went to a shop yesterday. Okay, I was talking to the shop owner, and I used to buy a lot of fragrances from them back then. If you have a budget of $100, you could end up buying like 3, 4 perfumes, cheaper ones like David of Zeno, Silver Shadow, maybe Burberry's London, and maybe one, like Darage or something. You can come back with 4 fragrances, back full of perfumes. And you can relate with me if you are middle class bro like me, if you are an average Joe. Now, if you have a $200 in your pocket, you might just buy one fragrance, which is very expensive, overpriced, and not worth it. And you come back home with so much sorrow. You come back with so much regret, and you just like, when other people are enjoying other cheaper fragrances, you just like, I bought that PDM, seeing all the hype, but I just got the one fragrance, $250. Maybe I shouldn't have spent that money, and I kept like some of it and then enjoy in food, some sushi or some steak. The whole point I'm trying to raise is fragrances are getting expensive, and it's no longer fun like before. Okay, this is just my 2 cents. I'm getting old. I'm 43. This next year I'm going to be 44. So I am almost like towards the tombstone, So someday, I'm just joking about him, trying to see the lighter side, but you know that older days, always the older people always complain, hey, we're better in older days, life was beautiful, movies were better. I say the same thing. And getting gray hairs everywhere, if you enter official 40, you see life changes drastically. Your knees are no longer supporting you that much. You're trying to get up to, let's say, somewhere, like higher up. Your legs will be like, screw you, man. You'll fall. And you hold on to, we have trish or rickshaws. We hold on like so tight, like older people like us, we're scared like this. And we used to look at old grandpas, they used to do this. Now we do this. So we are officially old. I'm officially old. And it takes sometimes to realize, hey, you are old. You're no longer a bro, you are uncle. And it hits you, it hits you different. So we have over emotions. Sometimes I watch certain touchy video and I just cry. Someone shows random dog or cat some mercy, or some, innocent people, there's some love or, affection. It gets me to tears. Normally some of my relatives die. I have no it's not funny, but sometimes I don't feel anything because maybe I'm not okay or something, but it happens. And I'm seeing a lot of my friends who are getting divorced, this month. The winter is getting depressing for them. I try to reach out to them, even though I'm a very selfish person, but I reach out. I say, hey bro, as long as you're standing as a man, you keep fighting. You know why? Because that's what I'm doing. I did give you some hints what happened to me. Yeah, some tragedy happened. Some things didn't go as planned. I faced huge losses. I lost a lot of money, and the trust and all that. There's some issues. I don't want to go in there in personal life, but despite all that, you have to grind every day. You have to keep working. Okay, maybe you have to go to work job. I don't have to, but when I wake up, I have to do these videos to earn from YouTube, and YouTube has been horrible. Some of you commented, that YouTube is not giving away money like before. The December, I'll just tell you, November and December, I usually earn double the money of my usual income, where I can spend, I can get gifts for my family, my friends, and my niece. I can buy things for myself. This year is not happening. I am on negative. Like, spend expenditure is more, earning is less, business is slow, everything. I cannot tell you all this. I share sometimes so I can take it out. Maybe some of you watch and show empathy and understand where I come from. And then, middle of that, just very heartbreaking. I'm not gonna say I work for the community only. I work for self. I work for my reviews, to make content. In that way, yeah, I represent my country, but I never claim like I am working just for the country and pro bono. I do not work for free, and no one should. If you're good at something, do not do it for free. But do what makes you happy, right? So I do this. It makes me happy. It's part of work. Despite all the challenges, you have to show the world you're okay. Even if you're sick, you cannot complain. People see you whining. If you're having some mental disturbance, you cannot say this. People are like, give us the content and shut up. We don't need your life updates. So then, end of the day, it hurts because I'm human. But when I realize I'm not working for exactly those people, I'm working for kind-hearted people, my 10 loyal friends like Thomas, Alonso, who are constantly in my group. They are not in their own groups, own country. They are in my Fragcomm Bangladesh. So when I see, I'm not just saying them, all the brothers who check on me, Carlos Colom, like from India, many, many countries. And I would say these are the people who I always think of them like I'm grateful to people who actually watch me from day one. And now my almost 5,000 videos, I have so many more subscribers. I have silver play button. I have achieved a lot. My good friend Gabe, he is writing another book. I heard about it. I'm very excited. I think it's almost released. I'm very proud of my friends. I'm very happy for the achievement. So I think, I have good friends. I have good souls around who always send me passages and paragraphs to make sure I'm okay. And these are celebrity people. These are people who are, I'm nothing. I'm just a very simple person. I don't have the social status. I don't even have my passport updated that I want to travel somewhere. I cannot go. Some of you do not know. I'm a very simple person. I just live my simple life. I like enjoying food, fruits, taking a tour somewhere just to eat some nice food, or buy, stuff, random stuff, walk around and see new places. I'm just very simple like that. I am not in corporate. I don't understand so many things like credit card bills and this and that. And some of you ask me like, why don't you go to Dubai? I really think it's about time, because that's the place where end of the year that expo happens. I want to meet good companies. I want to meet brands. I am pretty sure I know in the Middle East, a lot of my friends. I think one of my brother from Pakistan, he mentioned me yesterday, man, Kadri Bhai, I think, what's his name? I'm sorry, you guys know who's one of the best reviewers from Pakistan. So they always talk about me. I think Sid Bhai from India, who lives in Dubai, talks about me. So if I go there, if I can meet Nixon Diaz, all these brothers, and I think life would be very beautiful. We can just have a nice little meetup, and it would be a pleasure and honor for me to meet all these fellow reviewers and talk about new releases. I want to do that. Sometimes life sucks because money becomes the main issue. Like, you cannot travel somewhere because you're not having enough money. But sometimes also about priorities, man. Like, the amount of money I spend on perfumes, I don't buy sometimes anything else. I just don't buy new t-shirts, no nice sneakers. I buy watches sometimes. One of my hobbies, little hobbies, but not expensive watches. But if you put your priority, you can just buy even, and you can even travel. I think I should put more money to travel and just take some time off from my work and travel, and just 1 week away from work. That would be great. And that's what's killing me. I think staying at home all day and same process is kind of toxic. It's tiring. It kills you inside. So the Dubai trip, I have it in my mind. I really want to go there and review everything. I want to show you the country, food vlogging, it's just in the dreams. I really wish sometimes, like, I'm just like, wake up in the dream and just like, oh, invitation arrived, like some company wants to work with you, they invited you. I mean, that would be just lovely. But I keep working. I don't want anything for free. I don't want um, mercy. I don't want like, how to say, special favors. But I have a dream, and I believe strongly. If you want something dearly, God will approve it someday. Because I got every single thing I wanted: a fragrance, something like 100,000 subscribers. I wanted the highest number of reviews. I got everything. I want to eat nice food. And I would say, even if I perish, the last thing I'll say before I go, I don't think I'll have any regrets. No matter, people may say you have achieved nothing. Many people look at your friends, they have family, they have kids, and they have a house, property. I have achieved some things I'm very satisfied with. I got love of people. I got the trust of you. You guys say, I buy a fragrance and your review matches it. That's just the best happiness. That's why I want to work. Okay. And last thing I would say, those who say that, you're doing this for money or certain worldly purpose, who is working for spiritual purpose? I would like to ask you, do you think your favorite reviewer Jeremy is doing it for Jesus? I have nothing against Jeremy, but I don't like what he's doing nowadays. Maybe it's the negative publicity is good publicity. I don't like what these influencers, TikTokers are doing. Just getting a fragrance before it's like before before that egg, is released from the chicken. Like, not chicken, hen, not hen, chicken, hen. Anyway, the female chicken. Before it's released, they're just like waiting there. Before it's released or come out or delivered, people have it. The influencers have it, and they're like, "This is top 10. This is the most compliment fragrance ever." Next week, it is a different fragrance. Thankfully, I'm not one of those guys. I do want to review new things, but not hyping stuff for paycheck only. I want to enjoy this. I want to experience it so I can say my own things. And the most important thing is independence. When I review with full freedom, it makes me feel so much happier. If someone gives me a fragrance and they say, "Here is $1,000," or who's not giving me $1,000? Here is $100. No, $100 is, you cannot buy me with $100. I'm sorry. I think I'm talking too much. I had coffee. It just made me very jumpy. Okay. The coffee is finished. I think I think I'll finish the video anyway. So just sharing with you just one last story. Recently, I threw a event. I want to have a picnic. Every year I plan this, and I feel a lot of these community members in Bangladesh, they got my back. Joy bhai, big friend, bro. I want to meet you. Let's meet up for coffee. Let's have a sniffing session. So I threw proper picnic, like cold weather is coming, nice resort, a little bit far, and asked for like $20, 20 or 200, $20. Okay. And I said, let's meet up. We're going to have food, and then going to have some activities, some sports. We're going to, have a nice day with bros and chill, enjoy the weather. Nobody responded, only 7 or 8. And I had to cancel the program, and I got so upset. And I just realized one thing: in this world, when you give things for free, people are very happy. They say you're the best guy. You're working for free and you don't charge people, and you just like there voluntarily. You're just information desk. People message you all day. They take your time and you just provide information. They're very happy. You treat them, you buy them coffee. They're happy, obviously. But when you ask something like, okay, I have a marketplace. I closed it yesterday. And I'll tell you, if you watch this far, you'll know. I did not explain myself why I closed it. I opened that marketplace for people of Bangladesh who are in fragrance community to help them. I don't charge them anything. You can buy, trade, sell your fragrances, used fragrances, partial, official samples, whatnot, brand new bottles. If you feel like letting it go, we had about 40,000 members almost. And even including me, I used to sell. And the thing is, like, everybody's making money, and then people, it's like exchange, you're never going to be like, full of burden. Then, you're going to be, life is going to be easier if you can sell off your perfume and can invest it somewhere else. I have been doing this for so many years, and people yet complain. People yet demand things. Even if they got things for free, they want interest. And when I ask for a favor, people are like giving excuse. Hey, maybe it was too expensive for $20 to go somewhere. Maybe it was $5, people would come. Or if it was not so far. And they go other places. They go shopping. They spend thousands of dollars. They go there, and then they show off. Hey, here is this bag. I went there. I bought this my haul. And they showcase in my group. And when I ask for a simple favor, it's not like I'm asking for a kidney. Every year, I just realize one thing: it's not me. It's not me. It's just like, maybe you are in a wrong spot. Maybe you're in a place where people don't appreciate you enough. Some of them do, but they don't really show this, in action. So I do know I have good, supporters and kind-hearted people who still support me, will support me, but I'm tired of working for community. This is one of the things you asked me, like, what's bothering you, who betrayed you, who broke your trust. It's this, it's this whole thing. And maybe you shouldn't have expectations, but you should, because without expectations, without depending on people, without having friends, what is there in life? And I just realized one thing: there is something else in this life, that is yourself. There's no one else. You enjoy your game, you do your things, and you do things maybe for yourself, for your country, for your people. You try to help them. You'll never get appreciation. You'll never get a recognition. You'll never get like reward. Forget about it. You never get a thank you, simple thank you for everything you do. And you moreover get complaints and competition and jealousy and hatred. Now I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some backlash because I closed that group, but I don't want to do any more work. I don't want to do any more favors to people, and I am pretty upset. I just want to do focus on my work and do reviews and focus in my business page, making money, buying perfumes, reviewing. That's it. I don't want to claim I'm working for this community. I'm sorry if I make me sound like a villain, but I just realized I want to work for people who are maybe overseas or in country, but appreciate my work. I want to work for you guys. That's it. And it will be a pleasure to keep doing the reviews as long as I can, as long as I have the ability. And maybe if I cannot do this anymore, I'll quit. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to be just enjoying my life and work and go nowhere. I don't want to socialize no more. I'm done. And I just realized at 43, you tuck yourself in the bed nicely after 7 p.m. Enjoy the fireworks in winter, and just go out, enjoy the coffee, see people, just enjoy the normal things in life. That's it. You have achieved enough. You have enjoyed enough. Maybe it's time for you to retire. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon, and love you all. Thanks so much for watching, if you did watch all this time. And if you can relate with me with my little silly lights, this is going to be as long as the cold weather stays. My winter lights will be on. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Love you all, and keep me in your prayers. Your views are something I treasure, and your comments and your opinion and love, I think that's everything I have as a blessing from God through you. God bless, and peace. May peace be upon on you. See you. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh.